The general Buddhist approach, as we've been talking, is to know your mind, which means know your thoughts, and then learn to become familiar with them, distinguish between the neurotic, I-based, fear-based, unhappy ones, and the positive, useful, productive ones. I mean, sounds simple, but that's the tricky job, because they're going 1,000 thoughts a second. But that's the bottom line. And the Buddhist approach is that we're not set in stone, and we can lessen the neuroses and grow the goodness, basically. Well, I mean, that's what a person who is trying to, what do they call, develop new neural pathways in their brain, That's what the approach of what I think it's called cognitive behavioral therapy. And what's the job both of those people are doing? The same as Buddha recommends. Change your thoughts, baby. I mean, you don't go into your brain and carve out a new neural pathway, do you? Guess what? You become familiar with your thoughts and you consciously, intentionally change them from the neurotic, hopeless, depressed, anxious ones to positive, productive, useful ones. Well, guess what? Even though one scientist in the Canadian scientist, I think some years before, said this neuroplasticity is the greatest finding of the 20th century. Well, with respect to him and the 20th century and science, Buddha's been telling us quietly for 2,500 years that he's found that this is so, That's the bottom line in Buddhism. So how marvellous that we're all now learning to agree, but that's the approach. Learn to become familiar with your thoughts and actually know you can change them. Of course, that's the tricky part because we don't think we can. We think we're set in stone, and this is the tragedy. So even to start from that perspective, I'm not set in stone. I can change. Yes, the outside world, go for it, honey, but far more powerful, to really focus as well on changing the inside, the interpretations of the outside world, your thoughts, And who's the beneficiary? You are, Then the bonus is other people in your life are also beneficiaries of it. So that's the one to do,